Ladies and gentlemen.
Jelcom.
What was that?
No.
What was that?
We're not editing it out.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Pro Wrestling Colossus Rumble by the Sea. I am allegedly your commentator, Giovanni Giorgio, joined by Damon Moser, and what a way to kick things off.
Yes, big 6-person tag to kick off Rumble by the Sea.
Well, they're called Hyperactive for good reason. Did you feel the energy in the room pick up the second they burst through the curtain?
I felt it shiver down my spine. It's woke me up.
We now await the arrival of the third man. You get a lot of unique combinations here at Pro Wrestling Colossus, but they always make for a good time. Someone who's very well known to the Lossy Posse.
Very well liked.
What a combination this is going to be. When you combine the athleticism and the high-flying acumen of Nino Bryant and the tenacity and the hyperactivity of Hyperactive, their opponents better watch out, buddy.
Yeah, they're not in for a good day. And here they come.
Boy, he's really milking the drop in this song, huh? Call it out for what it is.
When you're not in a big arena, don't have a song with an intro. But that is Pulley Adams all over.
Pulley Adams has been searching for new tag team partners ever since losing his best friend in the whole world, his brother Didi Tourette. That was 6 months ago. Half a year has gone by.
I'm starting to think that he's just not a likable person.
Well, he's managed to find 2 friends today, hasn't he?
But will they be his friends after this match? Didn't work out for him last time.
Well, I'll tell you what. Talk about friends in high places. This guy is always in high places because he stands over 6'6".
Oh, big country.
Not difficult to pull him out of the crowd.
No.
With absolute ease. He is going to be the difference maker in this one.
He's a big, strong guy. He's got himself a lovely, big, strong haircut by the looks of it.
Well, Pulley Adams, he's found a friend in the absolutely massive Ben MacDonald, and he's made another interesting choice here. Someone who stole the show against Jordon Breaks, a match that people are still talking about, a match that really brought more eyes to Pro Wrestling Colossus, to the Lossy Posse, outside of the wider Margate area.
It really was a tremendous match.
So many combustible elements in one matchup. I tell you what, it may look like a ragtag trio. Pulley Adams, Big Ben MacDonald, and Alexander Roth. Not three people I would necessarily put together. However, look at their individual attributes.
If they find a way to piece them together, they could be a force of nature. No doubt about that.
But you know, it has to be said, Hyperactive and Nino Bryant aren't exactly a regular trio either.
No, of course not. And they're used to wrestling people bigger than them, so they know how to deal with it.
Absolutely. That's the story of, Nino Bryant's career. He's always been the underdog. He's always been the smallest man in the fight. He's had to use his size to his advantage, his speed to his advantage, his athleticism to his advantage, and he's really going to need it in this matchup if he ever finds himself paired up with Big Ben here.
Of course, and he's double the size from when I last saw him. So even still. They think they stink.
Hey, Hyperactive are here to get the party started.
One more time, folks. 3, 2, 1.
I think that's the opposite of what they wanted to happen.
Ben MacDonald's face now because of the pillar in the seat.
Oh, come on.
What a cheap
He's called
shot.
for the bell.
Thank
And
you.
we're officially underway. The referee could tell this one was going to be hard to handle, so he didn't even wait for 1 in, 1 out. He said, hey, we got a bunch of people here. Let's get going. Big Country's the only one that stayed on his feet.
Giving them an early taste of the Rumble.
I mean, this is
That was
simple
a-
physics, Saf. I don't think this is going to
That
work.
was an adventurous try at best. Maybe this one will work.
Anita Vaughan, she's been packing on a lot of muscle as of late, but again, it's simple physics.
Oh, they found a way.
And here we go. We said they were going to have to use their speed and their quickness. A little bit of poetry in motion there. Nino Bryant completes the obstacle course and bam! Big Country Ben MacDonald had to hold on to the top rope to stop himself from falling over.
He's just been vaulted over to the wall.
Nino Bryant crashed and burned on the outside. Sapphire Reed nearly met a similar fate. She was able to readjust last minute. Hoisted by her own petard. Big, beautiful missile dropkick from Nino Bryant with the assist from Hyperactive.
Some Big Country flying.
Nino Bryant was just sent about 3 feet in the air from that kick out. That is the farm strength of Ben MacDonald.
When you're throwing around bales of hay all day, you pick up a bit of strength.
Looking for a tribute to Ray Taylor there with that spinning side slam. And let's not forget, at the first ever Pro Wrestling Colossus show, all the way back in August of last year, Ben MacDonald was up against both of his brothers in handicap action. Nino Bryant has not forgotten about that. Nino Bryant lands on his feet. Referee almost squashed in the corner there.
And it's our only rep, so that would have been diabolical.
If it had come to it, would you have put on the stripes and run in there?
No, absolutely not. I'm in that danger zone.
I'll do it for double pay. Hang on, Pulley Adams on the outside, living up to his name, and he was pulling the leg of Nino Bryant.
Oh!
Turned absolutely inside out. Big Ben slam.
How did he manage that kick out?
What was that, 720 degrees?
It's having a mountain slam you, lay on you, and still being able to throw the mountain off.
Here we go, the Wolf of Brawl Street now. Come on, ref, do something about it!
Oh, he had an itchy nose. I think that's fair.
You're full of it, you are.
No. From my view, I think I had a clearer view.
From your view, we have the same view! You are full of it, mate.
Slightly more angled view here.
Big backbreaker there from Alexander
Oh,
Roth.
that was a bit unnecessary.
Knocks down both members of Hyperactive, and Sapphire Reed. We know how fiery and hot-headed she is, and how fiery
I think the ref
she
should
is.
do something about that, though. Like,
Alexander
I'm not
Roth
a fan
agrees.
of Roth's tactics, but rules are rules.
And Nino, Bryant, do not count him out because of his size. Look at the fight, the tenacity. Big back elbow. Alexander Roth in, hooks the leg.
Pulley Adams now in the match. Him and his new friends are getting on swimmingly right now.
I'm impressed Pulley Adams is even in action today. Less than 24 hours ago, I saw him jump off a pub balcony and through a table, and he's here today in six-person tag action. It's that rock and roll lifestyle, isn't it? You just never stop. So
you never get sober, you never feel the pain.
You never stand still long enough to feel the cumulative effect of everything you're putting your body through.
It'll catch up with him one day.
If it could be in the next 5 minutes, that would be great.
Possibly could. Well, he does have a habit of.
My God!
Oh, that knocked the sound out of my voice. Like,
it knocked.
How did
it knocked what
few
few hairs were on Nino's chest right off.
Took him ages to grow those two.
Back to square one. Pulley Adams with a cheap shot to the midsection. Yeah, that's right. I said cheap shot.
No, I agree. That was a cheap shot. He was already hurt from that chop.
But I tell you what, this dastardly trio have done a fantastic job of cutting the ring in half. They've isolated Nino Bryant, and he might as well be a million miles away from Hyperactive. Oh, hang on.
That synchronicity they had is
He couldn't be further away. He's on the apron. He's in the wrong corner. What is he looking for here? Big splash to Alexander Roth. Oh my God. Nino, move. Nino. Get out the way. Oh, God.
Oh, my God, that poor ring.
Apologies to any headphone users. In
Sapphire is in. Big clothesline. Pulley Adams had his bandana knocked off.
Good thing it's not a load-bearing bandana. Anita Vaughan now showing off her strength. Big scoop, even bigger slam. One for Alexander Roth as well. And the assist. Oh, a little souvenir for that, but they don't even want it. They've thrown it right back in.
Thrown it back. That's a good job. I think it's his only bandana.
Oh, jeez.
Whoa. Double stomp.
Hard to tell who's legal. Good thing the referee's been keeping count. It looks to be Anita Vaughan and Pulley Adams. This one has broken down in a hurry. Nino Bryant in to try and save things, fix things.
Ben MacDonald barely made the save there, tripping over the ref in the process. And the fatigue's kicking in. No ring awareness.
That's using her head.
And that's him using his belly.
And again, it's big country in with the save. Big stunner from Nino Bryant.
He's still on his feet though.
And he tips Ben MacDonald out. Shades of how his brothers defeated him back at our first event.
Shades of Big Country's future possibly in an hour or so.
He's looking for Big Country. Big Country is avoiding him on the outside.
He's got he's got that sleep hold on him.
Hey, you better watch out for the sound desk. A lot of expensive equipment here. Nino Bryant, he's doing his best to keep Ben MacDonald at bay. They've brawled all the way to the backstage area. And we don't have any cameras back there, so I can't tell you what's happening.
No, neither can I. I'm gonna just assume they're still beating each other up. Yeah, this trio is really falling apart.
Well, it looks like a bog standard tag match now. 2-on-2. Fall away slam from Anita Vaughn, the former WXW shotgun champion, a very shiny wizard from Sapphire Ring.
And that's it. I think we have to accept that Pulley Adams might be a bit of a jinx in the tag division.
Yeah, maybe there's a reason he hasn't been able to get anyone else on side so far.
Yeah, maybe he should just stop trying to make friends and be a singles wrestler.
And this capacity crowd here in Margate showing their appreciation for Hyperactive and Nino Bryant. A trio we haven't seen them before, but I tell you what, after that, I'd like to see them again.
Yeah, they were very, very good, worked well together. Considering the first time partnership.
And you can see Pulley Adams, he's begging Alexander Roth for another chance. Alexander Roth is not impressed.
He's not happy at all. I think Pulley Adams has lost 2 friends.
Well, that is not what Pulley Adams expected from this.
He's definitely not got friends.
Welcome back to the Pro Wrestling Colossus YouTube channel. Giovanni Giorgio here, joined by Damon Moser. We are at Rumble by the Sea, the biggest event in Pro Wrestling Colossus's short history. And coming out now, this music can only mean one thing. What does it mean, Moser?
Unfortunately, it means David Francisco is making his way to the ring.
Well, I didn't use the word unfortunately, that was all you.
But I've said that to him. And I think the people agree with me.
Well, he hasn't been very good at making friends, has he? He's been issuing this David Francisco Centerpiece Planet Open Challenge.
Yeah, but in fairness to David, he hasn't been trying to make friends. So
that's true. It explains a lot of his behavior.
It
but
does.
yeah, he is undefeated in this Centerpiece Planet Open Challenge. You can say what you want about some of his methods of victory or how he's gone about it, but the fact remains he is undefeated here in these challenges. But someone has stepped up to him today, and they're going to try and put a stop to that. They stepped up to him at the last show. They stood up for their fellow trainees, their fellow teammates, you know, their brothers in arms at the Planet Pro Wrestling Academy.
The crowd chanting Zero Aura at David Francisco, which he vehemently denies.
That's got to be the most humiliating thing you can have chanted at you, really.
Probably, yeah, I'd say that. Especially for someone like David who thinks he's full of aura. So he's genuinely confused by it, I feel, as well. But it hasn't shaken his confidence.
It just got worse. He's got the mic.
Gone from zero aura to total bora.
That kid sign says fix the zip. We got a real problem with the Seagulls down here in Margate.
The Seagulls are really aggressive.
that they've worked so hard for. Come on! The David Francisco Invitational Challenge has been nothing but a success, am I right? Yes. Every single time Colossus sets the ring, they send one of the guys from here who's trying to learn and be better to be a professional wrestler, and they get a chance to share the spotlight with the centerpiece, and that makes it great. We're gonna do it again, gang. We're gonna do it again. But this time, if you don't mind, I would like some special conditions. Can we get that really wacky guy out here so that I can stare him in the face while I give him a proposition? Ladies and gentlemen, whatever his name is, it doesn't matter.
Did he run away? Is he scared? Let's go!
Zachy Centric, he came to the rescue the last time we were here in St. John's, and now it's official. It's going to be a one-on-one match. It's Zachy Centric defending the pride of Margate, the pride of his fellow trainees, up against the brash and arrogant, and depending on who you ask, auraless or full of too much aura, David Francisco. The real question is, will he be able to get out of his jacket before the bell rings for this one?
I hope so, but I won't hold my breath.
Listen. Before I embarrass you in front of your friends and family and everyone that lives in
Don't
the
say
same
that before you've
valley,
taken the jacket off.
I got a proposition for you. You know that there's a rumble later today? 30 people are coming in this ring. And Zach here, he's not part of the rumble. Yeah, I know, it's a shame. Yes, he's going to be a part of the rumble. David Francisco, hey, Zach.
Oh, did you hear that, Damon? You get to see him twice. You excited?
Yes.
I am being so nice that in this match I'm going to put my spot on the Sink or Swim Rumble on the line, and you can have it.
I really want Zach to win.
If you can last 10 minutes with me, if you can do that, you can have my spot in the Rumble. And listen, Zach, I'm so confident that nothing like that is going to happen. I'll even do you one better. If you beat me with a pinfall or submission in the middle of this ring, not only do you get my spot in the Rumble, the David Francisco Invitational is over and I will never come back to Colossus.
Zach, you know what you got to do.
Yeah, come on, step up for the Lossy Posse.
Wonderful. Do you guys want to see that? But let me tell you that if... Shut up! I said shut up! Let me tell you, if you do that, great. But when I beat you, I'm going to embarrass you so much that you will never be brave enough to step in the rest of the ring again. Oh, Zach, by the way, I'm so sorry. I changed my mind.
8-minute time limit.
All right, I guess it's official. The following contest is scheduled to run for 108 minutes time limit.
Let's go.
Well, here we go. We've started the timer. Zach Centric has 8 minutes to beat David Francisco in the middle of the ring, and David Francisco has put his spot in the Rumble by the Sea on the line. Is this arrogant? I mean, I'm answering my own question. Yes, it is. But like, why do you think he's done this? What is he? Is he just trying to wind up Zach Centric? Is he trying to send a message to everyone here in Margate, everyone at the Thanet Pro Wrestling Academy?
I think by raising the stakes so high, he's getting in Zacky's head, and that experience can get to him. Lack of experience, I should say. Sorry. But if David was really that confident, he would have included his promo and he would already have lost. So.
Well, David Francisco is the one who suggested the 8-minute time limit, and he looks remarkably calm and unbothered.
A rare smile on his face.
Rear waistlock takedown. We're 1 minute down. 1 minute down and 7 to go. If I only had 8 minutes, I wouldn't be engaging in in that.
Yeah, no, I would be making more of a claim to win. Then,
hang on, he could end it right here. That was, and now David Francisco, he panicked there. He panicked.
Yeah.
He panicked. He flinched.
I think David has realised that Zachy Eccentric has probably a bit more to offer than he initially thought. His demeanor's changed.
He kicked him right in the face! He kicked him right in the mush. David Francisco is ticked off. Zachy Centric, what's he looking for? He lands on his feet. Schoolboy roll up. Rolls all the way through and kicks him again, flush in the face.
I wouldn't waste any time there, mate. Get down, pin him. You've got 6 minutes.
2 minutes gone officially. 2 minutes have passed. That is a quarter of the elapsed time. Oh no. Shoulder first right into the turnbuckle. This is not good.
David Francisco.
Oh, Jesus.
He's not playing around anymore.
Right on target. Zachy Centric wiped out. Look, you got to hand it to him. That was pinpoint precision.
That was. I do have to give David some credit. I've been in the ring with him. He's an extremely capable wrestler. He just lets his ego drive. And
David Francisco has all the tools, all the skills, but do you know what? He doesn't have people skills. That is the problem. That is why
100%.
This sold-out crowd in Margate do not want to see him beat Zachy Centric. They want to see Zachy Centric in the Rumble by the Sea.
He really does struggle with likability. It's always been his problem. Well, it doesn't shake him. He's still more confident than anyone.
Look, he's smirking. He's smirking. 3 minutes gone for Zachy Centric. He has 5 minutes to win this spot in the Rumble.
Time is on David's side. He doesn't need to rush to win. He could take his time.
You know, in title matches, we talk about the champion's advantage. In this match, it's the Francisco advantage. We're approaching the halfway point. We are 3 minutes and 30 seconds into this one.
The confidence in that pin alone, like he's not even hooking a leg. He's confident he's going to keep him down.
He's sending a message to all the trainees of the Thanet Pro Wrestling Academy. He's sending a message to anyone who's thinking of accepting the Centerpiece Open Challenge in the future.
If it does have a future, you never know. A lot can happen in 2 minutes.
You heard the official call there. We are exactly halfway through this bout. He has less than 4 minutes to win this spot in the Rumble. David Francisco applying that top armbar. Zachy Centric.
That was the shoulder that got driven into the post not that long ago.
Exactly. David Francisco, he knows what he's doing. He's weakened that arm. He's softening it up.
So one thing, I think he's just come down to pick on the Thanet Pro trainees and using his experience. He's beating them with experience, not grace.
Kicks him in the midsection. Francisco goes down. Zaki Centric is going to have to kick it into a higher gear if he has any chance of winning this one. With less... Some shots.
Big punches to the face.
He's got 3 minutes. Wait a minute. 3 minutes and counting. He's got less than 3 minutes now. David Francisco, look, tell you what, he's done some damage. Look at the welts on the back of Francisco.
The welts and the glitter.
Pop-up headbutt. Oh, good God! That's a hell of a Samoan drop.
Right on the side with the welts as well.
That was a late 2 from Francisco. I tell you what, I didn't have much hope for Zaki Centric at the start of this match, but I am beginning to believe, darn it.
He's started to get his momentum going. Francisco hasn't gotten up off the mat yet either.
Francisco got both feet up.
He's playing possum. Oh!
I don't think he's going to need those 2 minutes. He kicked out!
What?
He kicked out! I spoke too soon! Zaki Centric stays alive!
Whatever was left of his energy reserves, it just used that to kick out.
Zach, man, you got about 90 seconds. These are the most important 90 seconds of your life. And shades of the mayor of Knoxville, Tennessee, Zaki Centric goes down. 90 seconds on the clock, folks. 90 seconds.
David needs to stay in control here, but
hang on,
taking too much time.
Oh, how
shoulder.
much work does he want to do on that injured arm, that injured shoulder? Hang on, he caught him in midair. He caught him in midair like a baby, and he winds him down. A gut buster. 1 minute left, folks. 60 seconds.
Come on, Zach.
You can't waste a second.
Get David out the rumble. Elbow drop.
He's driven all of the air out of Francisco's lungs. He crawls into the cover. 1, 2.
Oh,
foot
David.
on the ropes.
Now that when we talk about experience, the ring awareness there, David Francisco able to get his foot to the ropes.
Zach, stop posing, man. 30 seconds.
A bit of urgency, please.
Come on, Zach. Every single person in this building is behind you. Can he do it? David Francisco is trying with everything he's got. No, what? Low blow. We didn't even make it to the time limit because David Francisco went below the belt.
Dirty.
Oh, you've got to be kidding me.
And still in the rumble, David Francisco.
Well, Zaki Centric did technically win the match, but remember the stipulation, it had to be by pinfall or submission, and because David Francisco could sense the walls closing in, he took the coward's way out.
I genuinely feel like David planned this from the start.
David, I know you watch all your matches back at least 5 times. I want you to hear the words coming out of my mouth. You're a coward. C-O-W-A-R-D. You're a coward.
And a scumbag.
Well, Damon Moses said scumbag. I just called you a coward.
Bleed that out if it's too much.
I am disgusted, and so are this sold-out crowd here at St. John's in Margate.
I'm lost for words. He just took the low road with a low blow, and now he's just strutting out of the building.
Get this guy out of here.
Oh my God. Valiant effort from Zaki Centric here. I feel like he was so close to winning that before David just swept the rug from up under his feet.
Well, Zaki Centric, he fought valiantly and he fought with everything he had, but sadly, it wasn't to be. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for supporting Pro Wrestling Colossus on YouTube. It's been the first half with a bang, ladies and gentlemen. All the way from the east end of London. He's travelled all the way to Margate and he didn't come here to make any friends.
He did not. Came here for the seaside, the winner's pot, and some fish and chips.
Shaw Samuel's not impressed with how far behind Margate is when it comes to technology. Shaw Samuel's the first ever undisputed British heavyweight champion, former WWE UK superstar,
Current Margate superstar.
cut Shaw Samuel's open and he bleeds British wrestling.
But he is going up against the king of the seaside.
Two of us windmilling. Listen to that ovation. He's Mr. Margate for a reason. Listen to that ovation. Jordon breaks, the finest technical wrestler of his generation.
Shaw doesn't seem too impressed on the outside. I forgot. I can't multitask.
Clearly. Shaw Samuels, he's been in a bad mood all morning and it just got worse. Imagine already being in a bad mood and then you get tied into a pretzel by Jordon breaks, all right?
Yeah, that's not going to do anything to improve it.
Collar and elbow tie up in the center of the ring, but Jordon breaks, whipped and pummeled into the corner by Samuels.
Shaw might take a bit more time here, fill Jordon out, build a game plan.
These two, they aren't strangers to each other, but I don't believe they've had many, if any, singles encounters one-on-one. And again, Shaw Samuels backing Jordon breaks into the corner, and he's going to use every second of that 5 count.
He's trying his best to get inside Jordan's head and wind him up a little bit. Cloud that judgment.
Jordon breaks, look at the size he's been putting on as of late. Able to add even more torque to these arm drags.
Yeah.
Shaw Samuels is in a foul mood.
Just catching his breath.
He's heading towards the sign-making station.
It's out of
Bit
view
late
for
for
me. Yeah. Oh, he's back in view.
I think Sarah's got the car this weekend. And Shaw Samuels fell right into that one. Jordon Breaks now has control of the arm and wrist of Shaw Samuels. If you control the wrist, you control where the rest of the body goes. Shaw Samuels using his brute strength and size to fight his way back up. He tried to trip Shaw Samuels up. And it's another
beautiful arm
drag, yeah.
Back on that arm. And back in that arm lock there.
Look at that. Shaw Samuels kept his base strong. You can't keep Jordon Breaks in a hold for long.
You can't. He's well versed in escapology. So you really need to, when you get him in a hold, you need to make sure that's locked and it's tight.
Uh-oh, Jordon, get out of the way. Faked out Samuels, crossbody right into the cover. Referee was
genuinely popped me. That was really clever from Jordon Breaks.
Jordon Breaks holds the ring.
Shaw back on the outside. He's had enough again. And he's leaving. He's leaving. Good.
Like I said, I haven't got a monitor. I don't know where he's gone. He's headed for, it's either the exit or the toilet. Which one do you think he's gone for?
Maybe the toilet, but I'm pretty sure it's no readmissions.
Yeah, where's your wristband or stamp?
Being in your pants don't help.
Count resets.
Jordon finally had enough. He's gone out to get Shaw and bring him back to the ring himself. Oh, he's just fighting him out there now.
Certainly an interactive experience when you buy a ticket to Pro Wrestling Colossus.
You could always end up becoming the ring.
Uh-oh.
Oh, spacey.
Bloody hell, Shaw, how much money does he owe you?
Jordon firing back with those uppercuts like that.
He is absolutely livid. Octopus stretch on the outside, abdominal stretch on the outside.
And I think a little knuckle in the rib there as well.
On a Saturday afternoon, Shaheen, what is wrong with you?
Look at the floor. My God. Shaw definitely want the ref to start counting.
If I was Jordon, I wouldn't get up again.
No.
Shaw's just going to keep punishing me.
Yeah, one and done with that. Hip toss to the outside there.
Also, I have to say, folks, from our vantage point, we can't even see Jordon Breaks anymore.
I don't know.
As far as we know, he was slammed right into the center of the earth, and he's going to have to claw through hot magma
He's just put
to
back
get
up.
back into it. There he is!
I think he did go to the center of the earth. Look how ready he is. He's firing back those uppercuts.
Throwing some absolute bomber European uppercuts at Shaw Samuels.
Well, I think Shaw has just peed Jordon off. That's all he's done there, but caught the back of his head on that top turnbuckle there.
Absolutely deadly. Shaw Samuels is staring daggers for RFE. I thought he was just going to work. Not again. Shaw Samuels Sending Jordon Breaks from pillar to post, and he tried to send him through the damn turnbuckle.
Oh, Jordon's still kicking out of that. He is a tough son of a gun.
Jordon Breaks does not want to falter in front of his family and friends and the Margate faithful. He's Mr. Margate. You can't lose in your hometown.
He is just taking punishment after punishment from Shah right now. Still manages to kick out on two. Still life in him. But talking about David Francisco's back in the last match, look at Jordan's.
It's hard to tell what that's from. Is it from the post? Is it from the floor? Is it from Shah?
I don't know, but it looks like a gigantic blister. Doesn't look fun to have at all.
And now he's just trying to squeeze the life out of Jordon Breaks. A very sound strategy.
But don't know what it takes to keep him down. He's back up to his feet already. Exchanging uppercuts.
Shah Samuels winds up. Oh God, he meets him at the ropes.
Jordon meets him on the other side. Oh, beautiful German super. Oh, what a lariat.
Both men are down. Both men are down. Are we going to see a double knockdown?
Possibly with those shots. What a German suplex from Jordon Breaks, just followed up with a dirty lariat from Shah Samuels. How Jordan's head is still on his shoulders is a credit to his neck strength.
I knew we were in for something special, but this is something else. What a treat for the Lossy Posse.
And they're both getting back up. Don't know how, my God.
They're running on fumes, Moser. They're running on absolute fumes.
But Jordan's fumes are firing up.
Shah Samuels sent soaring through the air from that monkey flip.
And possibly another.
Looks like it was a round trip.
Telling me again. One way as well. Going for that third. No.
Jordon Breaks, he digs deep and he jumps over Shah Samuels. Shah Samuels about 6 foot. Oh, and he turns him inside out again.
A springboard monkey flip this time from Jordon Breaks. Covering Shah down.
See, he pulled the wrist into the cover as well to make it even harder for Shah to kick out.
And he still managed it. I have no idea how these guys have so much left in the tank. They've been battering each other.
And Jordon Breaks, he wants to finish this match, but he can't lift Shah Samuels up. Shah Samuels puts the brakes on. Big spine on the pine.
Saw the ring elevate off the ground slightly with that spine buster. And a
power bomb. What are you doing? It's a Saturday afternoon, mate.
Oh my God.
Shah Samuels is turning back the years. He goes down. Double leg Nelson. Oh,
a sharpshooter.
Here we go.
And Shah's tapping out. Shah's tapped out. Retreating to an early main event with that one. Jesus.
What an absolute show stealer. The King of Margate keeps his crown.
Yeah, definitely keeping the King of the Seaside title there. Beating Shah Samuels with a sharpshooter. Shah's definitely not going to be happy now.
Shah Samuels not happy with Jordon Breaks. He's not happy with the referee. He's not happy with Margate. You have to question why he accepted the booking. As Jordon Breaks soaks in the adulation from this capacity crowd, this sold-out crowd here at St. John's in Margate, the home of PWC. Ladies and gentlemen, it's been an absolute pleasure. We will see you. The next match coming up is the Rumble by the Sea. The moment you've all been waiting for, the biggest match on the biggest show in Pro Wrestling Colossus history. It is the Rumble by the Sea. 30 people enter. One will be left standing, and this man has drawn the unlucky number 1 spot.
That was very unlucky.
He's the headline. Will he be making another one tonight if he ends the night hoisting that beautiful Rumble by the Sea trophy above his head?
We're certainly planning to, he's got a long road ahead coming out number 1, but it's been done before, it can be done again.
Well, SJ Randall is the man who drew number 1, but there's one other spot in this Rumble which is just as unlucky to get, and that's number 2. So we have Stu out here. Let's see who will be starting out the match alongside him.
And number 2 don't get any of the accolades for the same amount of time.
I've always thought that the first 2 people in the Rumble should be 1A and 1B, and then whoever comes out third is number 2.
I agree with that. We should.
WWE have furiously ignored every letter I sent them about it. Oh no!
Oh.
No, hang on, no. Of all the people to draw number 2, True Grit, more like 2 Grit, Connor Mills has drawn number 2.
It truly has been a thorn in SJ Randall's side lately.
Connor Mills has made SJ Randall jump through hoops over the last 9 months.
And absolutely punished him when he finally got a chance to get in the ring with him.
These two have so much history. It dates all the way back to our first ever show. Oh, hang on. He kicks him out the ring. The match has not officially started. Connor Mills never entered the ring.
SJ Randall is not waiting for him to get in the ring.
He's not waiting for Connor Mills to get in the ring. He's not waiting for the match to start. He's not waiting for the bell to ring. We are woefully underprepared. You've got one referee out here, not just for 30 people, but when the first 2 are SJ Randall and Connor Mills, this is absurd. How are we going to get started here?
I have no idea. They are out of my view. I hope you can still see them, Gio, so you can tell us what's going on.
Well, if you can't see him, what hope do I got, mate?
Well, I have a speaker in my way and a photographer. But it sounds like pain. Oh, he's getting.
Hang on, we've got one in the ring. Now the Rumble is underway. Here we go.
Charging with that big haluva kick.
Oh! Nearly wipes his face clean off his shoulders.
And done a neck bridge to show superiority, I guess. I don't know why, but it was impressive.
And Connor Mills, look at the ankle lock. He's got the ankle lock locked in, and remember, it doesn't matter if SJ taps. This is over the top rope rules. Submissions don't matter. He's just trying to inflict punishment.
He caught himself on the apron there, but he's still in the danger zone and he needs to get back in the ring.
Connor Mills nearly sent out. His feet did not touch the floor. He lands back on the shoulders of SJ Randall, who delivers a running power slam. Hang on, are we about to have our first elimination? Connor Mills is holding on tight.
Eliminating Connor Mills will give SJ Randall a big boost in confidence and the retribution he's looking for.
Well, here we go. We've had the countdown. Who's drawn number 3? I know that music.
It's a bleep.
Oh, no. You can't say that on a family-friendly show. What the hell is wrong with you?
It's a bleep.
Jordon, you have to win that trophy.
I think he just made, and he's made 2 mistakes. Yeah, there we go.
Jordon, how do you find yourself in these situations? You'd be better off just sitting back and watching.
I feel like he's the only person here benefiting from the overcast at the beach today.
Shouldn't have unzipped the boohoo top, mate.
Definitely not.
Well, it looks like Connor Mills and SJ Randall
Differences are aside for a second. That was
have found some middle ground in their shared joy in inflicting punishment on Jordon Saeed.
still not completely let their rivalry shift away, but my God. I don't think Jordan's had enough. Nope.
Is he even going to make it to number 4? Oh, he might. The countdown started. And Connor Mills and SJ Randall immediately go back to remembering that they do not like each other at all.
Jordon getting as far away from both of them as possible.
Our first debut in the Rumble, Tristan Stone, a trainee with Thanet Pro Wrestling, has entered the Rumble by the Sea at number 4, and they have immediately made quite the impression.
A good first impression if you had it. Jordon's taking out all 3.
Come on, lay it in a bit more. He deserves it for wearing all that boohoo. Come on. Jordon Saeed now has not had a single redeeming moment since entering the matchup, and long may it continue.
He's put his hat back on. No, it's back off. Not getting the extra padding he's craved.
Uh-oh. Trial by fire. Wait a minute! Tristan Stone just suplexed Connor Mills.
He's coming full of momentum, full of fire, making his debut. Imagine if he just walks in, it's his first ever match, and he walks out with a trophy.
That would be quite the upset. Imagine winning the Rumble by the Sea trophy in your very first match.
And that's what everyone can aspire to.
Well, we hear the countdown again. We're waiting for entrant number 5. Who could it be? It's Alex Taurus! Two debuts in a row, 2 TPW trainees in a row. This is Alex Taurus, and she is taking it to Jordon Saeed.
Maybe it's the color green is doing everyone favors, but they're coming in full of fire. Looking to make quick work of everyone, especially Jordon, who's clearly had enough.
And Alex Taurus hits the floor, yet to have a single elimination.
Mills out on the apron again.
That boohoo man offering minimal protection. Alex Taurus fights back.
Struggling to stay on his waist. Those trousers.
Oh, it just gets worse.
It does, especially from our view. We're very close.
Oh, in the corner, I just heard SJ Randall's boot. I think Tristan Stone is knocked out.
It looks that way. That was a...
Oh, hang on, do you hear that, Moser? It's your best mate.
My God. Can't get enough of him. There he is.
David, come over here. Moser wants to say hi.
He's jacketless. That means that David means business. He's not here to faff. trying to make deals with Mills. And they're teaming up, taking out Stone.
Connor Mills holding the ring now. That is not where you want to stand in a Rumble, David. Oh no! Could you imagine? Could you imagine if David Francisco set the record for the least time spent in the Rumble?
Being the first eliminated. And he thought he finally made a friend. It was all a ruse.
What a line from David Francisco. Connor Mills was nearly turned inside out. Alex Torres now on the receiving end.
David having a strange sense of urgency in this Rumble. He's not taking his time like he usually does.
You want to talk about strange senses of urgency? You've seen what Jordon Saeed is doing.
I feel like if two people were willing to help each other, they could have really helped each other out in this Rumble. But I know.
Barely any time to register what's happening. We've got another entrant coming out to the ring right now. Remember, folks, these are at random intervals. It's an element of chaos thrown into an already very chaotic match.
And Jordon Saeed's trousers are still slipping further and further away from his waist. They are completely past the buttocks now. As Alex Aces comes in, super kick.
Alex Aces considers himself a rambling, gambling, wrestling man, and he's come in at lucky number 7.
Way. Will it pay off for him? Or does the house truly always win?
I like Alex Ace's chances. He's the freshest man in this match.
He's coming full of fire. He's taking out half of it, and Jordon Saeed from behind.
Jordon Saeed, he managed to hold on somehow.
And Jordon Saeed as the first man in this Rumble to be eliminated.
9 minutes in and we have our first elimination. Out goes Jordon Saeed.
It was probably good timing because with that trouser situation, we was about to see way more of Jordon than we wanted to.
Oh, Alex Aces avoids the ruckus. But David Francisco avoids the Saito.
Big punch to the face. And another.
Tristan Stone picks up David Francisco. But David Francisco fights his way out. Big left from the southpaw.
Big left hands from David Francisco there.
Some lethal left hands.
Quite impressive to watch.
Well, Buck Garcia has a bone to pick with David Francisco after David Francisco spoke ill of his family at the last show.
He made it.
Uh-oh.
Now David is just being passed around.
You must be loving this, Moser.
I am enjoying it, I'm not gonna lie.
Francisco hits the canvas hard, but Garcia lines him up and stomps his head right into the canvas. No way. But Garcia with an absolutely huge upset.
David Francisco's been eliminated.
Damon Moser just about leapt out of his seat.
I feel like I've just won the Rumble.
David Francisco can't believe it. Not sure Buck Garcia can believe it. Listen to how happy this crowd are.
Yeah, I know you are professional to the bone, but you must be pleased as well, surely.
I am completely impartial. I don't know what you're talking about.
That smile says otherwise. But we continue with the Rumble. And Mills just kicked the soul out of Buck Garcia there.
Listen to that ovation from the Margate faithful. We saw her in winning ways in the opening contest, and she was so impressive in that six-pack challenge all the way back in March, and right now she's taking it to anyone but will move in the ring.
She doesn't look like she even broke a sweat from earlier. She's full of fire coming in, taking out half of the people in this Rumble.
And now teaming up with Alex Taurus.
Taking out Alex Ace is in the corner.
You see some strange alliances in this match.
You do. They're usually always short-lived though.
And Tristan Stone just eats a basement dropkick in the corner. We're a third of the way through now. This is entrant 10 out of 30.
And we have one of the Bryant bros.
We saw Xander Bryant in now, and he's going straight for Connor Mills, a man he's got a lot of history with. Lands on his feet. Xander Bryant, so innovative. Snap powerbomb.
Beautiful powerbomb.
Snap powerbomb from the middle child of the Bryant dynasty.
It's not often that Connor Mills misses a kick.
Folded Xander Bryant like a pretzel. Hey, she may have teamed with his brother earlier in the night, but she doesn't appear to have any allegiance to Xander.
I think we've seen who her favorite is.
Oh, the alliance was short-lived. Alex Taurus betrays Sapphire Reed. Why, Alex, why?
Oh, you thought we were friends.
And who do you think is coming out next? Any guesses, G?
Oh, well, this is amazing news for Sapphire Reed.
Oh, yes. Attack partner coming out to help.
To even up the odds against Alex Taurus and Tristan Stone.
But a good, true dynamic here. Only one person can win the
No
Rumble.
way.
Will the team survive?
Tristan Stone and Alex Taurus bang heads. Oh, hang on. Out goes Tristan Stone and out goes Alex Taurus.
Double elimination from Hyperactive.
We're over a third of the way through the entrance now. Anita Vaughan was our 11th entrant. SJ Randall and Connor Mills have been in this since the beginning, but that could change at any moment. The Rumble is such a chaotic match.
It's good to
So
have
many combustible elements.
good to have friends in there, but usually friendships don't last.
Oh, it's Leyland! It's Leyland! And he comes in just
Saving
in the
his
nick of
brother.
time to save his brother. Turning Sapphire Reed inside out, Anita Vaughan tries to avenge her partner.
And the Bryants are making short work of Hyperactive here.
So many incredible tandem maneuvers from the Bryants. You get any combination of those three in there and it's magical.
This could be something that could possibly happen in a Pro Wrestling Colossus ring sometime in the future.
Could you imagine? That could headline any show in the country, but it would be so fitting if it happened here at Pro Wrestling Colossus!
Oh
my God! I haven't heard that music in years! It's the Hipster!
London's trendiest chiropractor. What a tune.
From his warehouse apartment in East Hackney, I remember it well, in with a springboard double face breaker.
Ashmore not even trying to keep his hat on here, he means business.
Rolling Death Valley driver from London's trendiest chiropractor, as you so aptly put it.
Hackneys! Hackneys!
That's exactly what we're talking about!
That's what we want when Ashmore's in a ring. He's sizing him up again.
Hang on. What does he have? No. Impossible. No. Impossible.
Double Hackneys! My God! The strength of Ashmore there.
I don't know who got the worst of it, but neither of them got the better of it.
I mean, Ashmore's back couldn't have come out of that pretty anyway.
Leyland holds on, he's not eliminated. What an incredible bit of luck there, the luck of the draw.
This is like that Spider-Man meme.
Quintuple super kick!
And Ashmore's having a little rest now. He's catching some Z's.
And now
it's all broken down.
And now the Bryant dynasty getting to work.
This is the first time I'm learning how many Bryant brothers there are. I wonder if any more will come out.
I think there's a secret fourth one they keep in the attic. They'll break him out when he's good and ready. Well, we're about to reach the halfway point. The next person out will be number 15. Who could it be?
Oh, Big Country!
And in a match like this, it pays to be big, it pays to be heavy, it pays to be farm strong. And Big Country, Ben MacDonald holds the ring. My money's on this guy.
My money's on this guy too. I mean, you might be able to move a mountain, but picking one up to throw it over the top rope is a feat in itself.
Connor Mills tries to knock Big Country down, throwing some absolute bombs. Out goes Buck Garcia.
Ben MacDonald making quick work of his opponents here. I haven't seen more backs on the ground for a long time.
Leyland lands on the apron. Xander comes in, he tries to help his brother. Shades of the first ever Pro Wrestling Colossus show. Oh no!
Big boot to one of the Bryant brothers.
Two of them!
Two!
Leyland and Xander have been eliminated by Big Country. So far, Ben MacDonald with the most eliminations in this match.
And Nino trying to avenge his brothers. See if he can eliminate Big Country Ben MacDonald.
He snatched them out of midair, Damon. He snatched them out of midair. Oh no! Oh no!
And just before his brothers have saved him.
His feet haven't hit the floor.
Have saved him.
His feet haven't hit the floor. He's back
and he's thrown it back into
Turn around, Big Country. Yeah, big dummy.
Oh my God! Took the big man off his feet.
Nino Bryant will have to be fighting to defend the Bryant family name alone. Another surprise! We didn't know Fabio was in the building. Rolling flatliner to Connor Mills. The Golden Flame. All the way from Roma, Italia. It's not about the size of the dog in the fight, it's about the size of the fight in the dog. And right now, Fabio Romano is cleaning house. He rolls out SJ Randall. He goes to the second.
The size
Fabio,
of these fights
you
about the
maniac.
size of Ben MacDonald there. Ironically, the only man left standing in the ring.
He's about 2 foot taller than him. Oh no. He goes all the way behind, he lands on his feet. Fabio using the environment to his advantage. Oh no.
Oh!
Fabio's chest turning a beautiful shade of rosso. His chest is turning red.
I think my chest turned red after that. It looks a bit perkier this time coming out.
Number 17, the East End Butcher, Shah Samuels. He's already lost once tonight. He doesn't want it to happen again. Shah Samuels throwing bombs at anything that moves, swinging wildly.
Which seems to just be Connor Mills taking shots and ricocheting back towards. Oh, SJ rounds up again.
Michinoku driver 2 from the East End Butcher.
You think you're so tough? You think you're something? You think you're something? Little man?
Here we go.
And
That's the biggest spine buster I've ever seen in my damn life.
I think the building is now 2 inches lower than it previously was.
Absolutely ruining the foundations of St. John's here in Margaret. Well, hang on, this doesn't sound good.
No.
Sounds pretty ominous.
Ominous might be the right word. For the mighty Chris Oak here.
In a match like this, it pays to be large. And Chris Oak, one of the largest members of the TPW and Pro Wrestling Colossus rosters.
You know what they say, the bigger you are, the harder you fall. And they're falling from a greater distance if someone manages to tip him over the top rope.
Laying waste to anyone that dares to come near him. Standing moonsault from the 300-pounder. That's wild.
If Alex Aces has any air left in his lungs, then fair play to him.
His feet didn't hit the floor.
Clinging to that bottom rope.
Yeah, we saw him in action in our opening contest tonight. He's had more time to recover than most other people on the card, but again, this is still his second match of the evening. Alex Aces is gone!
Eliminates Alex Aces. It's just Mills attempts a Styles Clash elimination here.
Oh, Mills playing dirty, raking at the face and the digits of Fabio Romano.
But did help him clear his ear out. Swings and roundabouts. Now Ashmore trying to finish the job that Mills has started.
is number 20. We're at the 2/3 point. These are the numbers you want, 20 and up. Hey! I know this lovely lady very well. It's Bo Bells, all the way from the East End of London, but in a far better mood than Shah Samuels.
Maybe from a nicer part of East, if there is one.
Neck breaker to Nino Bryant. Bo Bells is making the minutes count in her Pro Wrestling Colossus debut.
Roth's grabbed the waistline, switched out for a suplex.
Saito suplex from Bo Bells.
Oh, here we go. We have an East off.
There we go, postcode's triumph overall. They're teaming up, the East End Connection, Shah Samuels and Bo Bells, the EEC.
Oh, I know that music.
We saw him back to winning ways earlier tonight, right before the interval. He hasn't had much time to recover.
No, not much time at all. It was only an interval separating the match between him and Shah Samuels.
Anita Vaughn has been eliminated. Sapphire Reed now all by herself.
I mean, they could always cheat, but I think they have a bit too much integrity for that.
No. That's not like them at all.
Would ensure a victory.
Connor Mills and Jordon Breaks trying to get the best of each other. They're trying to lock in some abdominal stretches here. An interesting strategy in an over-the-top rope rumble. Oh, we heard that driving guitar riff earlier tonight, didn't we? We know who's coming out now.
Yeah.
Hopefully he's made some more friends since we last saw him. It's Pulley Adams.
I wouldn't hold my breath again about that one, but maybe he's okay with not having friends now and would rather have a trophy. No, I was wrong.
Alexander Roth says no chance, mate.
Trying to make friends in the middle of a rumble. Might not be the best game plan, but let's let it play out, I guess.
Well, how's that? Alexander Roth has not forgotten what happened earlier tonight. Another Michinoku driver too from Shah Samuels. That load-bearing bandana has fallen off again.
He is good at making friendships, just not for himself. Because everyone seems to love teaming together to beat him up.
Pulley Adams learning the hard way not to cross Shah Samuels. It's absolute carnage here. It's very difficult to call.
It's very packed ring. I don't know if there might be more people in the ring than there is in the crowd at this point.
I don't recognize this music at all.
No.
Who is it? Is it someone from TPW? Who is it? Is it another debut? I don't have any notes.
I'm going to assume it's a debut.
Is it a bird? Is it a bird? Is it a plane? Wait, it is a bird! It's the seagull!
The Seagull
I've changed my mind. My money is on the Seagull.
My money's on the Seagull. They're violent. Seems a bit apprehensive about getting in the ring though. Maybe Mills is scarier than Seagulls are. Oh!
Thanks for coming, Mr. Seagull. Oh no. Oh no, he's gone. The dream is dead.
He left the nest to go straight back to it.
Who have we still got out here? We got Big Country, we got Jordon Breaks, we got SJ Randall, Chris Oak, Pulley Adams, Bo Bells, Alexander Roth, Nino Bryant, Ashmore, Connor Mills, Fabio Romano. That's all I can see right now.
I think we should have to point out SJ Randall is still in this Rumble. He was in the number 1 spot. He has technically been in the longest.
Same as Connor Mills, 1A and 1B.
Yes. It can't be.
My God, it can't be.
What? Who?
First it's the glass, and then it's your ass. Stone Cold John of Northdown, the owner of Northdown Brewery, is in Margate, and he's number 24 in the goddamn Rumble. What?
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 Don't put him over. Get me over. He's on the phone on the button.
East. And Johnny Northdown taking it in the ring. What? It's a couple of Stone Cold Budweisers. It's a Stone Cold Stunner for the hipster. He ducks under. Jordan breaks. He catches the boot. He's got it goozled. Choke slam. My God, it's a choke slam from hell.
One of the most well-known Stone Cold moves there.
He's offering a couple of Northwisers.
Let's have a cold, tasty beer.
Shah enjoying the beer break. And a stunner.
What? And Johnny Northdown is opening up a can of whoop ass. Oh no, oh no, oh no!
Oh no, he's still in
He
it.
stayed on the apron.
And it's eliminated Shah Samuels.
Oh my God! Johnny Northdown he's knocked out Shaw Samuels. What?
Stone Cold Johnny hasn't come here to drink beers, he's come here to win a trophy. But Ashmore has killed that dream before I even finish the sentence.
I'm going to stop doing the voice now. We're waiting for number 25. You never know what to expect in the Rumble by the Sea, ladies and gentlemen.
You really don't. You really don't.
We've had men, women, brewery owners, birds. What's next? I'll tell you what's next.
Ronnie.
It's a wrestling engineer.
Ronnie Knox.
In comes Ronnie Knox, one of my absolute favorites on the scene. She's here to kick some serious ass, folks.
Wasted no time there.
Ronnie Knox very calculated. Nino Bryant, man, he's been in a while as well, hasn't he?
Nino has been in a while. Fair few people have been in here for the long run. I'm not getting it.
Oh, hang on, tilt-a-whirl on Ashmore. Russian leg sweep. Jordon breaks, he's taking it to Chris Oak. Connor Mills is biting the foot of Alexander Roth.
It's the most vicious ankle lock I've ever seen.
What have we got happening over there? SJ Randall is nearly eliminated by Ronnie Knox, but holds on. We've got another countdown coming down now. Well, this is number 26. Who is it? Who is it, Moser?
Could be anyone. And it is.
It's Amira Blair. She's run the wrong way. She wants a running start. She's going to get a long run up. Here we go.
I mean, I feel like she's just styled that out. I think she genuinely thought the ring was down that end of the room.
And it's a spinning neck breaker on Alexander Roth. Alexander Roth doesn't know where he is.
Again, like with a sense of urgency, she usually faffs about for quite a while before she gets started in matches.
No time for faffing about in a match like this. You need eyes in the back of your head.
Oh, and a hip attack to Alexander Roth in the corner.
Runs off the ropes. It's a spear.
And
she runs right into Jordon Breaks. Jordon Breaks calls that the running dab, and Sapphire Reed just calls that a good old-fashioned headbutt.
Good old-fashioned headbutt.
Hang on, they team up, they both send him off the ropes. Double hip toss.
They're making a good team. Double super kicks. To the back of Jordan's head. Nothing to protect him there. Not even a number 2.
And Bo Bells comes in with a little bit of girl power. Pulley Adams tried to play dirty.
Hopefully for Christmas, Pulley Adams gets a break because he just gets beaten up by everyone, doesn't he?
Hang on, they're pulling Pulley Adams back in.
To beat him up again.
If I was Pulley Adams, I would move. Oh, and Connor Mills comes in to spoil the party.
No.
Dragon screw. Ronnie Knox, the wrestling engineer, with an expertly applied dragon screw on Connor Mills.
I think that might have been a partial tear to her hamstrings, and Mills there. He's grabbing the back of his leg. Looks in agony.
Oh, but the girls were back in town momentarily, but Chris Oak has thrown a spanner into the works.
Not a fan of girl power, Chris Oak.
That's a pretty damning statement. Chris Oak is on the receiving end of a barrage of kicks here. No way. No way. Chris Oak is one of the largest people in this match, and he's sent out.
Thrown out with ease. Nino's having a break against the wall over there. Still got his feet on the ropes.
It's still anyone's game. Don't forget, Connor Mills and SJ Randall have been in this since the start.
Well, I feel like Mills has that swinge to his leg, that dragon screw has really done some damage there.
What?
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 No way.
No one saw this coming. Number 27 in the Rumble by the Sea, Michael Oku.
Michael Oku finally made his way to Margate. He's dominated the UK over the last couple of years.
Well, Chris Oak not impressed. by the presence, by the aura farming of Michael Oku. And he pays for the disrespect.
He does pay for the disrespect with a nice super kick right to the bottom of the chin.
And Michael Oku, he makes his way to the apron. He's number 27. It's a pretty good spot to be in, one of the later entries into this match.
I know he's in no rush to get in there, but he must be watching David Francisco matches. So he has taken a long time to get in the ring.
What's gonna happen here? Well, I didn't expect that.
I was not expecting that at all. It's a ruse.
No!
Oh!
You damn dirty dog! What happened to girl power?
I think he remembered he wasn't a girl. Another DDT from Michael Oku.
Whoa, Bo Bells fights her way out. Kick to the midsection. Come on, Bo! Come on, Bo! Uh-oh, 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 uh-oh. Oh no, she lands on the apron. Amira's torn. Does she help her fellow woman or does she help her man? What does she do?
What
She's
a dilemma.
conflicted.
She's just watching.
Oh, God.
Oh, my God. And Michael Oku killed that moment of empowerment.
Bo Bells wasn't just eliminated, she was wiped off the face of the match.
Wiped out of our sight for sure.
Sapphire Reed not impressed.
And Hackney's into a destroyer.
Oh my God! He puts an end to that chiropractor appointment. Whoa, hang on, whoa! Hang on. That's not the right music. That can't be the right music. Something's gone wrong here. Sorry, folks. Something's gone wrong. What? It's DD Tourette! We haven't seen him in yonks! He's back! It's DD Tourette! And
he wasn't
blow to
lying.
Nino.
Pulley Adams did have a friend.
This is not the reunion DD Tourette was hoping for.
No, it seems like Pulley Adams suddenly grabbed a conscience.
He clocks him! Pulley Adams has clocked DD Tourette! Oh my God, it's like Oasis all over again! And DD Tourette, thanks for coming!
Eliminates his former tag partner, former best friend. Pretty much as soon as he got in the ring.
The Gallaghers might be back together, but DD Tourette and Pulley Adams far from reconciled.
They didn't get that Wembley deal.
Maybe a couple million quid would do it. Oh, get ready to crank it, Margate. The penultimate entrant in the Rumble by the Sea.
Looks like it's going to be a headbutt party from the Headbutt Messiah. My God, it's headbutt after headbutt.
TK Cooper is in the sweet spot. He's entrant number 29. He hasn't wrestled tonight already. TK Cooper, got to be an odds-on favorite right now.
He's well rested and he's well experienced.
Oh my God, he's out. Ben MacDonald is out.
And Nino Bryant off the top getting a headbutt from TK Cooper.
Uh-oh. Things have been bubbling between these two. It was a simple misunderstanding, but it's escalated.
The tension has been rising. Will it boil over today?
It's every man for himself in a Rumble vote. How is Pulley Adams always the one making things worse?
He's got a real knack for it, hasn't he? And Sapphire Reed's getting herself back in the ring now. She was not eliminated.
Who
Rolled
has
out to
drawn
recover.
lucky number 30? The final entrant in the Rumble by the Sea. No idea who this could be. Do not recognize the music at all. Who is it?
I couldn't tell you. I could take a guess, but I'd probably be wrong.
Is it another debut? Is it a TPW trainee? Who
Must
is
be a
it?
debut. It's unfamiliar music.
Do we even have a number 30? What's going on?
Maybe not. Maybe it was always just a gag. It's a very long intro. But the crowd are rallying behind them.
Hang on! What? Zachy Angels? He isn't even old enough to be doing his
The
GCSEs!
shoot child.
They have erupted here in Margate for Zachy Angels!
Is Zachy Angels a child or just very short?
He hasn't even done his GCSEs!
Oh my God!
Jordon breaks inside out! Ashmore here to spoil
Ashmore.
the party.
Hurricane
Hurricane from Zachy Angels!
And Mills now.
Oh, come on, Connor, he's a kid!
Oh.
Zachy Angels climbs the rope. He kicks Michael
and
Oku
a
in the head.
DDT to Mills.
Tornado DDT!
What is happening?
Oh, come on, Roth.
Alexander Roth here to spoil the party.
No!
And what? What have I just witnessed? Zachy Angels is
Zachy
eliminated.
Angels, with the first elimination of his career, has wiped out Alexander Roth. Oh, Mills here to spoil the party, for goodness sake. Oh no! Well, it's Connor Mills who spoils the party, but what a showing from Zachy Angels!
Yeah.
How many people can say they had a pro wrestling match before they did their GCSEs?
And taken out half of Pro Wrestling Colossus' biggest talent.
SJ Randall gets his revenge. They've been in it since the start, but SJ Randall wipes out Connor Mills.
I feel in SJ Randall's book that puts them at 1-1.
Hey, get your hands off the referee.
Yeah, we can't have an injured ref. We don't have another. SJ 1A is still in this. Vlog, he's holding on.
Jordon breaks and TK, come on. Remember what it's all about, fellas. You started this beautiful thing. Come on. No!
Oh, no. The tension's just got too much.
They're not going to talk things out. They're going to fight it out. This is so sad to see. And they're both eliminated by Big Country Ben MacDonald.
Took them both out or they were too busy fighting each other.
And they're blaming each other. Hey, ref, get in there and do something.
And everyone's piled up to Big Country.
MacDonald.
Everyone's piled up Big Country.
Hey, come on! Can we get some damn security to separate Jordon Brakes and TK Cooper?
Where's the crew?
Ref, get him out of here! What are you doing? Ronnie Knox has been eliminated.
This is crazy. I need more eyes. Jordon Brakes
has snapped. Jordon Brakes has snapped.
Nino Bryant firing up on Big Country. Ben MacDonald. And he gets it! He's eliminated him! And there is no more entrance here, Gio. One of these people in the ring will win this trophy.
The field is full.
But it's narrowing out, slowly but surely.
And the referee finally getting involved with Jordon Brakes and TK Cooper. They're going to kill each other.
Big Country fighting with Nino on the outside.
It is absolute bedlam in the entranceway. Ben MacDonald's gone, Nino's gone, now they're teeing off. What is happening here?
Someone needs to tell them that they've been eliminated. There's no need to rumble anymore. Get backstage, cool down, get dressed, go home. It is over for you.
Hang on, the referee hasn't seen it. Ashmore went over the top rope. The referee was so distracted seeing to TK Cooper and Jordon Brakes.
And he eliminates SJ Randall.
SJ Randall, who's been in this since the start, has gone. What is happening here in Margate?
This is too much to follow. We are down to our final four now, Gio.
And what a final four it is. Pulley Adams, Sapphire Reed, the Hipstar Ashmore, and Michael Oku.
This is where you'd want to pull alliances together to ensure that you're one of the last two.
Sapphire Reed teeing off on Pulley Adams. Ashmore on the apron. He's out.
Ashmore's been eliminated. The ref saw this one.
The referee saw it that time.
Flying headbutt from Sapphire Reed right into Ashmore's bald head.
Sapphire Reed on the apron. She's going to try and... We've seen her do that poison German.
This could be on to us.
Sapphire Reed is gone.
With the dirtiest super kick. Almost got sent through our table here.
Did you have this down as your final two in the sweepstakes? Pulley Adams and Michael Oku. In what universe is this the final two in the Rumble?
I may have selected 50% of the people in the ring, and Pulley Adams is not that one. But he's still in it, fair play to him. He can do it. But he's got to go up against one of the UK's finest.
One of those moments where time stands still.
It really is. Everyone on the edge of their seat with bated breath.
Michael Oku is pummeling, there's no other word for it. He's pummeling Pulley Adams.
That is the best way to describe what just happened. And now we can slow down and take a breath.
Easy. Michael Oku looking to win that coveted Golden Rumble by the Sea Trophy. Pulley Adams holds on to the top rope.
The rope, but he is. Oh, he's fired back.
No way.
No, he's got it.
This will be the biggest upset in Pro Wrestling Colossus history.
In pro wrestling history.
His feet did not hit the floor.
He's still on the apron though. All it takes is one
we
good
are at
connection.
fever pitch here.
One big shot, and Mike Loku is out of this.
We've got people on their feet. We've got kids losing their minds. Oh, inverted backbreaker using the ropes. very high ring IQ from Michael Oku.
And Pulley Adams' head went straight first into that canvas. And Michael Oku can really like settle down, take a breath, and have a moment to think about what he's doing next. He needs to put his attention back on Pulley Adams because he seems to be, he's still in the fight.
Yeah, but he's taken a lot of damage.
He has taken a lot of damage today.
The food is horrible.
Michael Oku not found a Margate.
Oh God! Right in midair! Right in midair! Midair collision! Midair collision! What is going on here? Pulley Adams is taking it to Michael Oku.
He just knocked the life out of Michael Oku. Wow, what that net breaker! And he's done it! He's done it! He's done it! Pulley Adams has done the impossible! Eliminating Michael Oku and winning the Rumble.
Am I hallucinating? Pulley Adams eliminates Michael Oku to win the Rumble by the Sea, and he is the first person to hoist that Golden Rumble by the Sea trophy.
Let's give him the proper streamer effect he deserves for that. What a win for Pulley Adams. What a win. If I put a $5 on Pulley Adams to win the Rumble, I'd be a millionaire right now.
Pulley Adams has won the Rumble by the Sea, and he holds that beautiful golden trophy aloft. He outlasted a British heavyweight champion, a child, and a bird, and he stands here as the first ever Rumble by the Sea winner.
He also outlasted a Stone Cold Brewery owner. He went through it all today.